Action.
Oh my gosh, we're recording a podcast. Hello. My name is
Podcast.
my name is Nathan. I also go by the online alias Karushi, and I also go by the name Koru. Hello.
Hello, I'm Crunchy Croissant. Just call me Crunchy. Don't say Croissant the whole time. Yeah, just
Yeah.
I'm Crunchy. Yay!
He's crunchy, guys. Oh my god, this is crazy. Alright, so what are we going to be talking about today, huh? So, Crunchy
And
here has like a topic, but I don't know what it is yet. So, he's going to say it, and it's going to be like a big reveal to me. It's going to be crazy. So,
embarrassing stories.
embarrassing stories. Oh,
Embarrassing stories.
bro. Okay, here's the issue with that, though, is that all my embarrassing stories are like too embarrassing. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm comfortable sharing them.
That's
Okay,
the point. That's the point.
bro, like, no,
If
mine.
I share one first, will you share one?
Fine.
Okay. So, I was 10 years old.
Yep.
It was my birthday.
Yep.
My parents asked me like, it's your birthday. You get to pick dinner tonight. What do you want for dinner? I said Taco Bell.
Mm-hmm.
We go in the Taco Bell. We don't go in the drive-thru. We go inside the Taco Bell. We sit down. I get myself a 5-layer burrito.
Yep.
It's a really good 5-layer burrito. So good, in fact, I order another one.
Yeah.
That second one was also really good.
Nice.
And you know how Taco Bell kind of rumblies your stomach a little bit, right?
It does do that. Indeed.
Um, so I went into the bathroom
Yeah.
and I clogged the toilet.
You clogged the toilet.
And I didn't tell anybody. I just left it there because I didn't know what to do. I was 10 years old. I've only been 10 years old for a day. So I walked back, and my dad, who ate like 10 times more food than me, like if I got 2 5-layer burritos, this guy got like 12. But uh, he was like, I gotta go to the bathroom too.
Yeah.
So he walked over to the bathroom.
Oh
He
no.
saw the concoction I made
No.
in there, and he was like, Crunchy, what
Oh,
did you do?
dude.
And he was like, you better go up to that Taco Bell worker and tell her what you did and fix it. And so I went up to this girl who didn't look any older than like 16, 17,
Yeah.
and I was like, ma'am, I clogged the toilet. And she went like, ugh. And then she called for this guy Josh. She was like, Josh, and Josh wasn't responding, so she was like, Josh. And then this like 50-year-old man comes out, and he's like, what? He's like, this kid clogged the toilet. So he's like, ugh. So then he goes over there and unclogs it. And while he's doing all this, my dad is in the woman's bathroom doing his business.
What? He went in the woman's bathroom?
Yeah, he didn't have a choice.
Oh. That's true, I guess.
So yeah, that's my embarrassing story. Not a very good start for our very first story in this podcast, but it's fine. What's your embarrassing story?
Bro, that's not near. Like, that's pretty bad. That's like embarrassing, right? But that's like not nearly as bad as the one that I'm like debating on saying. But like, bro,
Come on, do it for the podcast. Do it for the podcast. Come on.
okay, you gotta make sure that like I'm being serious. You gotta make sure that you don't tell like any of our mutuals or anything, because it's like
I
actually
won't.
it's actually so embarrassing.
I won't.
But the thing is, it wasn't my fault. Like, it was completely out of my control. Anyways, yeah, that's that story. It's it's kind of sad. I'm not gonna lie. I've done that before as well, obviously. But it's not like my parents have ever gone in afterwards, so I don't know how you feel about that. But usually, whenever I clog a toilet, I might seem like a piece of garbage for saying this, but like, I don't tell anyone. I just leave it there. I just don't tell anyone. When it's
Your family must like hate you, cause like,
no. Like, I'm talking about in a restaurant, by the way. Like, not in our house. Obviously, in our house.
oh yeah, I do that too. I do that too.
Yeah. Obviously, in our house, I fix it, right? But if it's just in a random restaurant, like, I know it might sound bad of me, but like, oh, I don't know. I'm just too embarrassed to talk to the employees about
Yeah.
it. Anyways,
So, you gonna share your embarrassing story now?
yeah, I guess. All right. Anyways, so. Oh, dude, this one's so fucking bad. But, like, bro, it wasn't my fucking fault. But at the same time, it's so bad. Okay, so this dude, this is fucking awful. I swore I never would have told anyone this, but like, you know what? I might as well fucking do it because it's a bit funny, but at the same time,
Just say it already. You're stalling.
Shut up! Shut up! Anyways, so it was grade 7, right? So I was in a band class, which was required. It's not like it was an option, right? I had to take this class.
What'd you play?
I played trumpet, and
Cool.
so that kind of has to do with the story. So
Yeah.
I've always had. Well, actually, no, I can't say that. I've always had like a little bit of like. Not lately, right? Like, not recently. But when I was younger, I used to have, like... I'm not sure why. It's not like I was, like... I wasn't fat or anything, but I used to sweat a lot. I'm not sure why. But I sweated a lot, and I'm not sure why. And trumpet, like, it's a very, like... physically and mentally, like, taxing instrument to play, which it caused me to sweat a lot, right?
Yeah.
So, this is where the... absolutely awful, actual traumatizing, like I haven't gone a day without thinking about it part started. So, I don't know why, but our teacher makes us go to a big Christmas concert, like every year, right? And of course it was only 1 year for me, right? Because I only took band for 1 year. It was only grade 7. That's the only year that it was required to do, right? So, let me just make this clear. It wasn't a small deal. It was a big deal to play in that like arena. Like there were a lot of people. Like my entire family was there. Like there had to have been at least like I don't even want to imagine like at least like at least 1,000 people in that stadium. So basically so as you can expect from 1,000 people being in one place, very tightly packed. It was hot. It was a hot place. It was the temperature was hot. It wasn't a cool place. So, and then for our outfit that we had to wear, it's not like we could have just worn whatever we wanted. This was a very professional presentation. So we had to wear, I remember specifically, black shoes, gray pants, and a white shirt. Okay. All right, this is where the embarrassing part starts. So it's like
I said that like 2 minutes ago.
Shut up. So it's like I said, I used to have a big problem with sweat. Okay, so. Bro, it's so fucking bad. So, as we were getting started, I could start to feel myself just sweating a fuck ton, right? And then, bro, I fucking hate this. Oh yeah, am I allowed to swear, by the way? I'm assuming I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Anyways, so we got past the first song, and by this point, so we had 3 songs to play. We got past the first song, and at this point, I was like, I was sweating. I was like, bro, this stadium is so hot, and playing this difficult instrument is not making it any better. So, what I did to try to cool off was like, I turned around because there was a bit of like a breeze. There was like fans behind the stadium, right? And when I turned around, guess what?
What?
Bro, it's so bad. Like, so the bass was behind me, right? So that's the drum, the guitar, all those types of people. Every single one of them was looking at me. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why they were looking at me. I'll tell you why after. Okay. Bro, I'll never forget their facial expressions. It was just pure disgust, okay? Bro, it's so fucking embarrassing. Anyways, so yeah, we got through the second song, and it just got worse and worse, man. I just felt even more hot. I just felt fucking awful. Okay, and then we walked off stage, and it was at this point that I realized something was up, right? Because when I walked off stage, a bunch of, like, the people that were in the same aisle as me, they were all, like, peeking over at me, and they were all, like, chuckling, right? And the person behind me was just straight up dying laughing, right? So then I was like, alright, what the fuck is up? I asked them, and they were like, nothing, and I was like, okay, I know you're lying, something's up. So I went to the bathroom. Oh, dude, I hate it. And then I turned around, because I knew that it had something to do with the back of me, right? So I was sweating so fucking much that it literally looked like I shit myself. That's how, that is how, dude, that's how much I sweat. I was looking in the mirror and I was looking at my ass and it was fucking like drenched. That's how hot it was in that stadium. And actually think about that for a second. Every single person standing behind me in that in my band class had to see that. The people in my aisle as I was walking away had to see that. And all the people that were sitting, maybe even my family, I'm not sure, they didn't say anything, they might have seen it as well because I had to walk like in a circle, right? In order to like present myself. Bro, oh my god. Yeah, and then I went to the bathroom and that's when I noticed, and I literally just stayed in the bathroom. Like, I was supposed to come back out for, like, a final, like, ceremony or whatever the fuck. Like, but I literally just stayed in the bathroom. And then as soon as I knew that it was time to go, I fucking ran. I, like, ran outside. Because at least it was nighttime outside. So I ran extremely fast, and as soon as I was outside, I felt relieved. Because, like, hopefully no one was able to see it out there. Like, bro. But, bro, it wasn't my fault, man. Like, I don't know how the other kids weren't sweating. Like, it was so hot in that stadium. It was absolutely ridiculous, man. And it was like my armpits as well. Like, I don't know, man. Back then, it's like I said, I've gotten better, but like back then, I used to have a really big sweating issue. I think it's also due to the fact that back then I had, like, my anxiety was so much worse. Like, I had extreme anxiety back then. So obviously, you know, presenting in front of 1,000 people probably made that a lot worse, right?
Yeah.
Like, obviously my anxiety's gotten better. Like, if I were to go back there now, I probably just wouldn't give a shit, and none of that probably would have happened, but it was probably the stress, the heat, the anxiety, everything that caused that to happen. So it was fucking embarrassing, because people probably thought one of two things: that I either fucking pissed myself or I either shit myself. I bet I bet that everyone in my class was too immature to think about the fact that, oh, maybe that's sweat. Because everyone was fucking laughing. Bro, I fucking hate it, bro. It's so bad.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
You are awful at getting to the point in stories.
Can I be honest?
What?
At least I can stretch out a story for entertainment purposes. You know?
Fair.
Whenever we do stories in the future, though, I can, you know, squish
like,
it
you can
down
stretch it. You can stretch it, but that took 8 minutes.
Bro, so what? This is like we're gonna make this like a 45-minute podcast. Yeah, and the title is gonna be embarrassing stories. So, yeah. All right. So, do you got any more embarrassing stories? I don't think anything you're gonna say is gonna top mine. I'm gonna be honest.
One time at school, this was in 7th grade, I was walking to my English class, and there was this little, like, and the hallway to my English class was this really long hallway.
Yeah.
And it was, like, empty, not like, it was really full with students, but it was empty, like, it was just walls.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no lockers or anything, no windows, just walls.
Oh, damn.
And I was walking in this hallway, and it was really crowded in there, and next to me was this short little Asian boy.
Mm-hmm.
Not that him being Asian matters, but he came up to me and he was like, he didn't say anything. He just looked at me, he smiled, and this little Asian little thing pantsed me.
What the fuck? Wait, what do you say? He what?
He pantsed me.
What does that even mean?
He pulled down my pants.
Wait, what? Huh?
Yeah.
What? Why? Wait, when was this?
2 years ago.
Why? Wait, what?
I don't know. Like, I'd never even seen this kid before in my life. Like, I looked down to see what tiny little thing was behind me, and then I looked down at this. I just, like, look down and I see him. And, like, it's like a while before he, like, smiles at me and does it. Like, we're walking for a good, like, 12 steps before he, like, smiles and does it.
What?
And everyone saw it, and I think someone took a picture.
Oh, that's awful, man. Oh, bro, let the intrusive thoughts win. Oh,
I
dude,
was
speaking of pictures, I wonder if anyone took a picture of me during that fucking performance. Oh my god. That would
It'd be
be...
so funny if they did.
No, it would not, dude. No, it would not, man. That would be fucking horrible. I don't think they did,
Horrible
though.
for you.
I don't think they did though, because back then, like, the teachers, I don't know why, I don't know what the problem was with the teachers, but like they were so strict about phones in elementary school. Like if they even caught a glimpse of a student pulling out like a phone on their way to the bus or something, they would like die. They would like get murdered by the teacher. Like, I don't know why they were so strict on phones, but yeah, I'm sure that no one took a photo. But if it was high school, they obviously would have, but like, you know, it was elementary school, so.
Yeah, that's another thing we could talk about. Teachers. Teachers kind of suck, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They do suck.
I could go on and on about my English teacher. And you know what? I will.
Oh my god. Pop off. Talk about it. What did
Okay,
you
so this
do?
guy, he's like this short little fat guy.
Oh my.
He's like 5'6" and 300 pounds.
Yeah.
And his first name is Willis.
Willis. That's a goofy name.
I really hope he never watches this. But-
Sure it will.
But he'll do this thing where like he'll upload assignments. Do you know what Google Classroom is?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
He'll post assignments to Google Classroom, right?
Yeah.
And you know how teachers will be like, "Hey, I posted this assignment to Google Classroom. It's due by this time. Do it," right?
Yeah.
He won't do that. He'll post an assignment and just expect us to like check Google Classroom and just see that it's there. I mean, I know we're supposed to like check Google Classrooms for like updates or something, but no one's gonna look in Google Classroom thinking there's an assignment that the teacher just hasn't talked about. And he does it with almost every single assignment, unless it's like some essay or something. And speaking of the essays, when he assigns essays, they're due the next day.
That's so stupid. A whole ass essay?
Yeah, and it's due the next day.
That's stupid.
And like he's one of those teachers like he'll like allow you to work on it as homework, but like he doesn't like it. He says like you have plenty of time in class to finish it. We have an hour.
That's so dumb. I hate teachers that are like that. You have plenty of class time. Like, no, you literally talk 90% of the class. Like, it's so stupid. Like, okay, that's the one thing that I want to say right now. I swear to God, school is like 95%. Like, school, like being in classroom and stuff. I swear to God, 90% of it is just the teachers talking. Like, you know how I got COVID, right?
Yeah,
And I got very sick, right?
yeah.
I got fully caught up. Not only did I get fully caught up, I got ahead of everyone else within 1 day of coming back to school. After 2 weeks of being gone. That just shows how much the teachers just yap. Just non-stop talk. Like, it's so ridiculous. Like, seriously.
It's like they like hearing their own voice.
Yeah.
You ever notice that like a lot of teachers have very unpleasant voices?
Yes, dude. Like, actually, it's crazy. Like, dude, I don't know what that is, but like, yeah.
And one time, I wore a Taco Bell shirt because like I have this shirt where it has like the Taco Bell logo on it.
Yeah.
I wore that to school one day, and I walked into my English class, and he was like, "Oh, nice Taco Bell shirt. You work at Taco Bell?" And I was just like, "No, I just bought it at the store." And he was like, "Oh, I used to be a manager at Taco Bell. I know my way around a taco." And that was not very pleasant to listen to. I'm not gonna lie.
Who the fuck says that? I know my
Hey.
way around a taco. That's like something that like a cartoon character would say or something when they're about to like bake a meal or something.
Yeah, and then he like went on to the class, for, like was like yip yapping to the class for like 20 minutes about his experience as a Taco Bell worker. Like we don't care that you yelled at some random 19-year-olds because they didn't wrap a burrito correctly.
Yeah, that's extremely stupid. That's extremely
Also,
stupid.
Also, along with that essay that I said was due the next day, along with that, there was also this like thing where we had to write at least a page, like about like something very specific about ourselves that we're passionate about. Like that was the assignment. Like write about something you're very passionate about, right?
Yeah.
And we had to write like at least a page of it.
Yeah.
That, along with that essay, was due the next day, and he expected us to get both of those assignments done, a whole page and an essay, done within 1 hour.
That's so stupid.
No, not even 1 hour, because he spent the first like 20 minutes of class explaining it,
That's ridiculous. Yeah,
even though there are directions on the assignment.
yeah, no, that's one thing that I literally cannot stand. It's like I'm in grade 12, but I swear like my teachers still act like I'm like an incompetent like 3rd grader. It's so fucking annoying. They like go over the most simple thing for like 10 minutes. It's so annoying. They like
And they
teach
treat
me
the
how to.
impossible stuff like it's like kindergarten level
Yeah,
stuff.
no, it's so stupid. They have it completely opposite. Like they treat the hard stuff like it's easy and then the easy stuff like it's hard. Like no, you don't need to teach me for 10 minutes straight how to like copy an assignment or something like that. Like, or make my own Google Doc. Like it's so stupid.
Dude, my geometry teacher, I swear to God, I feel like she's teaching I feel like she thinks she's teaching kindergartners sometimes. Oh my God, not only is geometry really easy, right? You've had geometry before, right?
Yeah.
You can agree that it's really easy, right?
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Like there was this one worksheet with 2 questions. There were 2 parts to each question, but there were 2 questions.
Yeah.
And she like was like showing us how to do it. It was like a new concept. It wasn't a hard concept, but it was a new concept. So like obviously it's gonna go a little slow.
Yeah.
But she took the whole entire hour to explain to us how to do this like worksheet thing that was 2 questions.
That's so stupid. Were the questions like self-explanatory as well? Like, do you remember what the
Yeah.
questions even were?
One of them was like make a supplementary angle, and then the other one was like make a set of vertical angles or something.
That's it?
That is it. And then the second parts were like explain how you did it.
Oh my
Explain why you did it like you did.
God. That's so dumb.
She spent the whole hour explaining. You know what a supplementary angle is?
I used to. I kind of forgot though.
Supplementary angle is 2 angles that add to the sum of 180 degrees.
Oh my God. That's so
That should not take 35 minutes to explain.
Isn't that
And then
just
she spent the
a
other.
Isn't that just a right triangle, right? Or am I dumb?
No, it's like it basically looks like a straight line with another like angle in between.
Oh. Oh, I see.
You can Google it if you want, but. And then she spent the next 10 minutes explaining like what we should write down, like on how to explain it. And you know how like sometimes like the teacher will like repeat what they say so like you can remember it as you're writing it down, right?
Yeah.
She did that for like 5 minutes. It was like
Oh
2
my
sentences,
gosh.
and she was like, I wrote the supplementary angle with, and then 10 seconds later she'll like say it again, and then again, and then again, and then again. I swear to God, she did it like 15 times.
That's so dumb. Why is
And
there
then-
never like a good in between? Like teachers always, they either fall into one of two categories. They either explain stuff way too much or way too little. There's never ever, I've never had a teacher that's fallen directly like in between in the good spot. Like they always either talk about something simple way too much or talk about something complicated way too little. Like it's so dumb.
I do have one of those in between teachers. I have one.
That's an actual miracle, let me tell you. I've been in school
But
for
it's
12 years and I've never had one of those teachers.
I've had one teacher like that, and it's this year.
Nice, that's good.
My U.S. history teacher.
Oh, so is that part of the reason why you like U.S. history as well?
I've always kind of liked U.S. history, but like, I feel like that might be a little bit of a bias thing, though, especially because like some of the things he teaches, like I kind of already know.
Yeah.
But even like I've talked to some other kids, and like they can agree he's a pretty good teacher. Like like not a lot of kids are failing his class. I think like maybe 2 or 3. And it's like those kids like in the middle of the class that sleep all the time, and when they are awake, they're talking to somebody.
I see. Bro, at least you have a good teacher. That's nice. I have a horrible teacher this year for my English. Oh my god, it's awful. So basically, I'm gonna talk about him for a little bit because like there's some stuff that I want to like get off my chest about him.
Yeah.
He is like an actual, like, I'm not saying this as a joke. People in my photography class were actually talking about him maybe being like clinically insane, like actually losing it. Like he's not normal. He's an actual fucking crazy person. He even looks crazy. Anyways, so one of the required classes, one of the only required classes to graduate in grade 12 is it's a brand new course. It is First People's English. So it has to do with Shepwetnik, right?
Uh-huh.
Bro, I'm gonna try not to like rant, but like it pisses me off so much. Like obviously not like the course itself, but the teacher and his way of teaching pisses me off. Anyways, so basically, you want to know the assignment that we're doing right now?
What's the assignment?
So it is fucking ridiculous. So basically, we needed to read, I think it was 200 pages of Shiptequel, which is basically like Aboriginal true stories, right? So, and let me tell you, these stories are wild. Like, these stories are actually crazy. Like, one of them, for example, has to do with this coyote character, like, throwing Indian pubes on the ground, which causes trees to grow, which gives like a village like a good wood source or something like that. Like
that's a little.
These stories are absolutely crazy, let me tell you. I don't know if I'm being like disrespectful, but like, bro, everyone in the class can agree that these stories are fucking ridiculous. Like, there's also one title called Coyote Makes Woman Menstruate, like, and it has to do with the fact, yeah, I know, dude, it's fucking ridiculous. And another one, the one that we've been going over for the past 2 days in class, it's titled Coyote Makes a Tree Fall in Love with Him. Like, yeah, no.
Who wrote these?
It's kind of wild. It's kind of crazy. And there's even some, like, oh, dude, like, they're old stories, of course, right? So you can't fully put the, like, blame on them, but there's some fucking nasty stuff about, like, in these stories that was fine back in the day, right?
Why were people just, like, clinically insane until, like, 20 years ago?
I don't know, man. Anyways, so basically, what this assignment is we had to read these 200 different Shiptequels, right? Reading them is already hard enough, because Shepwetnik is a different fucking language. Like, some of the words in these stories we don't know, and we need to learn them. That's already hard enough. So, what we had to do was we had to take one of these long-ass, like, unique, to put it lightly, stories and rewrite them into our own words. Which is so difficult because, like, obviously we can't change it too much. We can't make it disrespectful. We can't do this. We can't do that, right? And for this entire assignment, rewriting the whole ass fucking story, we were given, how much was it? Like 2 days? And the minimum page requirement was 5 pages? Which is absolutely ridiculous. Not to mention, this teacher is one of those teachers that doesn't shut up. He just constantly talks and talks and yaps and yaps and yaps. He just never stops. Anyways,
does he at least talk like about something related to the assignment, or does he just go on about like his divorce or something?
Yes. That is so funny that you brought that up, because he literally was talking about his divorce the other day. I'm being dead serious. He was literally,
no way.
Yes, I'm being dead serious. That is so funny that you brought that up. He was literally talking about his divorce and how it like crushed him, and he just went on and on and on for 30 minutes. He talks so much that Crunchy, I can literally send you photos. I have a book, right, which I'm supposed to write my notes in, right?
Yeah.
It's a massive ass book, right?
Yeah.
Dude, the book is already filled to the brim with doodles because of how much he talks. The entire notebook is filled with drawings. That's how much he talks. I only have one page of actual valuable information, actual notes. Everything else is drawings. That's how much he talks. It's fucking ridiculous. Anyways, so rewriting it, you would think that that's already hard enough, right?
Yeah.
He expects us to memorize our 5-page story and tell it to the class orally without any notes next week.
That is stupid.
It is fucking ridiculous. But it doesn't end there. All right. So, dude, it's fucking ridiculous, and I'm actually not attending. Like, I don't care if I need to retake grade 12. I am not attending this bullshit. I don't know if I'm being disrespectful by saying that, but I'm not doing this. I'm sorry, but I'm fucking not. So, like, telling it orally, memorizing a 5-page story is already hard enough as it is, right? Without any notes.
Yeah.
On top of that, he expects us to get into character, play a drum, and come up with different types of dances.
What?
It is fucking ridiculous. It is the most ridiculous thing I've ever had to do in my 12 years of being in school. He literally expects us to learn to play a First Nations drum, and he expects us to, like, build suspense with it or something, and he expects us to, like, get into character. So if our character is like a grizzly bear or something, he expects us to talk like a grizzly bear, like deep and growly, which is so fucking cringy. Like, I'm sorry, but it's so fucking cringy. Like, he made us watch a video of someone who was playing Coyote, and he was just constantly fucking howling, and it fucking made me want to kill myself the entire time. He expects us to do that. While playing the drum, while dancing, while being nervous as shit, while memorizing a 5-page story from a language that isn't even ours. Like, it's hard to read. Like,
honestly,
it's ridiculous, man.
If I had to deal with him, like, if I had to deal with a teacher like that, I think he's clinically insane too.
No, Crunchy, he literally is. He's fucking insane. The way he talks, the way he looks, he is fucking crazy. Like, it's so weird. Like, and you know what he's gotten in trouble for before by the fucking principal?
What's he done?
Lamps. He's not allowed to be around lamps.
How do you get in trouble with a lamp?
How the fuck is that even a thing? I've never heard of that on the internet, in real life, anywhere. He's not allowed to be around lamps. I don't know what he did, but that's the first thing that he said on the very first day, because the classroom's very dark. He said that he's not allowed to be around lamps.
That is
He is actually insane. Like, actual fucking crazy. And another thing about him, at the beginning of every single class, he makes us do something called metacognition, which is basically where we sit in silence, and he makes us observe our breathing for a minute straight, right? He's one of those people.
Yeah.
Anyways, and it's kind of like, it's not an embarrassing, well, it kind of is an embarrassing story. I'm going to go back to the embarrassing stories thing for a second. So, during this 1 minute of, like, metacognition or whatever, right? Everyone...
You farted, didn't you?
No, I didn't. But the kid beside me, he let out the biggest fucking fart I've ever heard in real life. I'm being dead serious. Crunchy, it shook the floor. It was so...
Oh my God.
It was so violent and so loud. It was ridiculous. And I was trying so hard not to laugh. But here's the embarrassing part, right? While we're doing this metacognition, we need to keep our eyes closed, right? And the teacher makes sure that we keep our eyes closed. So by the time the minute was up, everyone opened their eyes, and they immediately, obviously, looked in the direction that they heard the fart. And that was towards me. because it was the guy beside me that farted. So I kept on trying to like sneakily point at him, but like people were still looking at me and like they were giving me disgusted looks. It was so fucking annoying. Like, yeah, here's the thing though, I think that the guy beside me is like a little bit special. I think that he's special. I think that he has some type of like learning disability or something, because he's not normal, to put it lightly. Like, do you know how like some kids bring out like their own laptops and stuff in school?
Oh yeah, there's this one kid in my 7th grade math class. Like, this is when like math wasn't specific, it was just math, right?
Yeah.
Like, this kid brought out his own personal laptop and started playing Osu Mania on it.
That's kind of similar to this kid, except instead of you're not going to believe me when I say this, but next week I can literally take a photo if you don't believe me. Guess what this kid does?
What does he do?
He doesn't pull out a laptop. He pulls out an actual PC.
Bro, what?
Crunchy, I'm being dead serious. He pulls out an actual boxed PC with a monitor, with a keyboard, with a mouse. He pulls out a whole ass gaming setup, and guess what he does all class and somehow doesn't get in trouble for?
He plays video games.
He plays video games. He plays Minecraft. He plays Roblox. He goes on Discord. He goes on Reddit. He's a big Reddit kid from what I was able to tell. He's constantly on that shit. Like, Crunchy, he's fucking constantly there. And you know what he looks like?
What's he look like?
Do you know the turtle from Over the Hedge?
No.
Just look it up quickly. Turtle.
Okay. Turtle from Over the Hedge. Vern?
I think that's his name.
Oh, the meme?
Yeah, dude, he looks like him. I'm not even kidding. He has the same head and neck structure as him. Like,
no way.
I'm being dead serious. This guy has no jawline. This guy has no chin. Like, it's...
If I was told I looked like a cartoon turtle, I'd want to die.
Dude, I don't want to sound rude, but like, man, this guy's weird. And like, he pulls out like I'm embarrassed to like eat anything in class. Like, the only way I'll ever eat something in class is if I'm absolutely starving. But this guy pulls out the crusty chip bags, which are so fucking loud. He pulls out the whole ass sandwiches, which just reek the entire class. Like, bro.
So he just like keeps these sandwiches in his backpack?
Yeah.
Does he stack them up?
Yeah. It's fucking, man, he's something. He's I don't know, man. I don't know. He can't be normal. I don't want to sound rude, but like, there's no...
What is your school?
Dude, our school's so fucking weird, like, seriously. Our school's so bad. Our school's known as like the preppy or rich school or whatever the fuck, but bro, our school is absolutely horrible. Like, seriously, I fucking hate it there. The people are awful, they're racist, they're homophobic, they're fucking awful, and the teachers are horrible as well. The teachers are fucking terrible. One of the teachers literally called a kid fat and made her run out of the class crying.
How did that happen?
I don't know. And here's the worst thing. She's like married to another one of the teachers there. Which just makes everything so weird. Like, I fucking can't stand it, bro. I absolutely hate it. And the kids, their sense of humor is horrible. Like, it's just fucking... They find homophobia so funny. Like, okay, back to the embarrassing stories. Do you want to know something that happened this week?
What happened?
This is another embarrassing little story. Sorry for talking so much, but like I want to get this off my chest. So this happened.
Make sure it's like appropriate for the podcast, though.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it should be appropriate. Yeah. So this happened this week, right? Like,
yeah.
Bro, this fucking... So, basically, we were developing film. This was in my photography class, and basically... I'm not going to talk about how developing works, it's very complicated. But for the final step, there's like a photo dunk, which is where we put the film in this little bucket, right? And we let it sit there for a bit, right?
Yeah.
So I was developing my film at the same time as someone else, right? So I put my film in the photo dunk first. And as a joke, right? And trust me when I say this, he completely meant to say this by the look on his face and by the fucking reaction all of his goofy little, funny little edgy friends got. As a joke, he fucking said to the entire class, or he like screamed to the teacher at her desk, he was like, "Hey, can I top him? Can I top Nathan?" Do you know what that means?
No.
It's basically like a gay thing. Like, top is when the guy's on the top, and bottom is when...
Oh.
This fucking guy said, "Can I top him?" in front of the entire class, and the entire class started to laugh at me. At me. Not the guy who said it. At me.
Why are they laughing at you? What did you do?
I did jack shit. I was just listening to my music while trying to innocently develop my film, and everyone was laughing at me after this. I was so pissed and I was so embarrassed because I was hoping that like people in my class didn't know that I was gay, but that just fucking proved it to me that everyone in my class knows that I'm gay. Which pissed me off, because it's a fucking personal thing and it's no one else's business. And you know what the fucking worst part is?
What?
The kid who said it was the son of the teacher in that class.
Bro.
And the fucking teacher, or the mom, I should say in this case, didn't scold him, didn't say anything, she just fucking didn't care. It was so embarrassing. I couldn't turn around because I knew that my face was bright red. I was so fucking pissed off. I fucking ran out of the class after that, and I fucking called my friend, and I was like fucking crying. I was so pissed. I actually hate this school. It's fucking horrible. It is actually awful. So yeah, that's another one of my embarrassing stories. So yeah.
I don't really have any crazy stories like that at my school. I think like I'm not very far into the school year, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think the craziest thing that happened at my school was like these two really fat sophomores fighting over a muffin on the floor.
What? Actually?
Did I tell you this before?
I feel like you did, to be honest. I feel like that like rings a bell.
Like, there are these two really fat sophomores, and, like, sophomores the grade above freshmen, which is the one I am.
Yeah.
So they're a grade ahead of me. And they're not, like, special or anything either. They're just really big. And they saw this, like, unwrapped, and I'm pretty sure, like, bitten out of muffin on the floor.
Ew.
And, like, they both were walking by at the same time. They were walking, like, next to each other.
Yeah.
So it's, like, they were, like, talking. I'm pretty sure they were friends.
Yeah.
And, like, they both tried to pick it up at the same time. And one of the kids got it, and like one of them got it, and the other one punched him in the face.
Wait, what? Actually?
Yeah, so then they just started going at it, and then the principal had to come in and like try to separate them, but he couldn't because they were so big.
Bro, over a bitten
Like,
muffin?
Yeah, he was trying to like move their stomach fat just so he could like get in between them and stop it, but he couldn't.
Bro, what? Actually?
Yeah, this was at like 7 in the morning during breakfast.
Oh my god, what the fuck? Bro, that's crazy.
Dude, after they were done, like, they both, like, stopped because of pure exhaustion after, like, 20 seconds. Like, they were both, like, they were both red.
Oh my god.
And they were so red, like a cherry.
Jesus, man.
Their shade of pink was, like, the shade of pink in your profile picture.
Oh my god.
They were so red. They were like the red on Nexus's icon.
Bro, that's fucking crazy. Over a muffin.
Over a bitten muffin.
That's wild. And it was just sitting there on the floor. It's not like it belonged to either one of them. It was just there.
Yeah, it was just on the floor. It was unwrapped. It's been on the floor for like 5 minutes because I saw the kid, like, he smashed it on the floor.
Bro. That's so
And, like, that's when I was getting my food. And then, like, they didn't, like, and they didn't come along until, like, after I finished my food. So it was standing there for a while.
Damn. Bro, school cafeterias are wild. I'm gonna be honest, they're kind of crazy. Our school cafeteria is scary because it's like in the basement and it's like very beaten up. It's like creepy. And here's the scariest part. I think I told you this, or it might have been someone else. But the food served there is made by the students.
The students?
It's made by the students in the foods class, dude. Isn't
What?
that actually scary?
That is sketchy.
That should be actually illegal. Like, I hope that
Yeah, I was about to say.
like I hope that the teachers in the foods class are paying extremely serious like attention because they can slip anything in there. Like, dude, but yes, every single thing served in our cafeteria is made by the foods class.
That is wild.
It's absolutely wild. It's like the teacher's way of like getting them prepared for like restaurants or something, or like serving food in an actual restaurant, if that's what they want their career path to be. But like, dude, they can slip anything in there. High school students are absolutely like monsters. Like, they can slip anything in there, man. And they, trust me, they fucking would.
Can I be honest for a second?
Yeah.
My school cafeteria is personally really good.
Our school, good for you, man, but our school's awful.
Now, you want to know my favorite part?
What?
In the morning, they have this yogurt bar
Oh.
for breakfast, and it is so good. You have options for yogurt, too. You got strawberry, you got vanilla. I'm pretty sure there's chocolate yogurt, too, on Fridays.
Oh, man.
And, like, there are, like, toppings and everything. There are, like, chunks of strawberries. There are sprinkles. There are chocolate chips. There's granola.
Bro.
And, like, you have them in, like, these little fancy plastic cups.
Oh. That sounds so good. The food served in our cafeteria is obviously awful because it's made by the students, right?
Yeah.
But not only that, but it's just so unhealthy. Like, there's nothing healthy. Like, the only things that I have ever bought in our cafeteria was the breakfast burrito, which was the biggest mistake of my fucking life. After I ate that disgusting, greasy shit sock, I got sick for a week straight. Never fucking ate there again until I was extremely desperate. Like, I think this was a year after. I ate the burrito my first year. And then in grade 9, I ordered the burger, right? They sell burgers.
Yeah.
And Crunchy, it was the driest, saddest, fucking, like, crustiest burger ever. It was the thinnest patty I've ever seen, and the bun was just a rock. It was so bad, and there was absolutely no condiments. There was no cheese, there was no nothing. It was just rock hard bread, fucking paper patty, and then another rock hard bread. It's
sad.
It's horrible, and the price that they're charging is even worse. Guess how much that burger costed me?
$5.
$6.50.
That is so much.
It's absolutely criminal. Not only that, but buying a water bottle from the vending machines, how much do you think it costs?
Like $3.
$3.50 for a water bottle.
That is bullcrap.
It's horrible. And the only other thing that I ever bought from the cafeteria was milk. And I wasn't actually going to drink it because my friends were joking to me about how bad it was. So I bought it as a joke, and it turns out they were completely right. I bought it, I opened it, I went outside with them, and I poured it on the floor, and Crunchy, it came out in chunks.
And you're considered the rich preppy school.
It came out in chunks, like actual pieces. It was absolutely disgusting, and the smell was horrible. Like if a food specialist or instructor or whatever came to our school, our cafeteria would be fucking shut down instantly. Everything about it is awful. The drinks are expired, the food is made by the students and is extremely unhealthy. There's just nothing good about it. Everything is awful about it. There's nothing good. Like it's all horrible. And yes, our school is known as the preppy, like rich school, which it's not. It's fucking ridiculous.
My school's just like, my school cafeteria and lunch is honestly, like I don't want to brag or anything, but like my school cafeteria food is like better than the stereotype. It's got this really good fried chicken that's like actual chicken and not that dry processed fake crap.
Bro.
And it's got like all this good seasoning on it, and there are French fries that are really good, and they got like chicken sandwiches and stuff that's like actual chicken. It looks like a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich.
Bro. Man. Ugh, I need to constantly bring my food home. Like, I need to constantly bring food from home. Like, bro, I want to buy stuff from the fucking cafe every now and again, but just everything there is so bad to the point where it makes me sick. Like, it's so bad. It's so upsetting, but it is what it is. I don't know.
And, I just looked at the time. It has been 45 minutes, so we gotta wrap this up.
Oh, yeah, it has been. Well, I've said pretty much everything I wanted to say.
Yeah.
Can't really
Thank you to the 4 people that have watched this.
Yes, thank you very much. The 4 people that have watched this, thank you so much. We're gonna be famous one day. It's gonna be so cool. We're gonna be rich, right, Kearney?
Yes, I promise Nathan won't vent as much next time about his school cafeteria.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Hopefully you guys found it entertaining. Personally, in my opinion, I find other people venting about, like, sort of, like, calm stuff, like, kind of funny stuff to be quite entertaining, but I'm not sure. We'll have to see the feedback and stuff. But, yeah, sorry if you guys didn't enjoy it, but if you did, then that's great. And, yeah. Thank you.
See you guys later.
Bye. Thank you guys for
Bye-bye.
listening. See you guys in the next podcast. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.